Okay, just a quick review. We already saw this, how to create the HTML tables and what are the different HTML elements that are available. HTML for creating a table. When we need this table, whenever we want to show the data in the form of rows and columns, and also as I said earlier, designs they used to use it for the layout. Like they want to have like a top row as a header and sidebar, things like that. That can be done using the table. Hash the table is the HTML tag, and tr represents the table row. Inside the table we have the rows, that to create those rows we will have tr, and we will have closing tr tag. Similarly for opening, this is table is the opening table tag, and we will have the closing table tag. And inside the tr, once you have the table row, inside that we will have the cells that is represented by the td or the data table data. So we will have opening td and closing td inside the tr. So this is a simple structure. I have a table, outer table, I have one row. Suppose if you want to have multiple rows, you will use multiple trs. Inside the tr I have the data, only one element is there. So we created a simple table like this. So this particular table has two rows, okay, and it has 1 2 3 4 5 td, that is the cells or the data elements inside each tr. So you inside the table html tags you will have two tr, and inside each tr you will have 5 tds, and whatever the data you want to represent, that will be shown between the td opening and the closing tags. So this is one tr, this is the second tr, that is two rows representing two rows, and inside the tr we have the td representing the data 1 2 3 4 5. We have the 5 elements. This is how it will look like. So if you want to include the want to have the heading, because all the tables should have the heading so that it will make a semantic meaning. So it will tell you like what this column data is. Then you can include uh, the headings using the th. So you will have one more. So you have to add one more row, and inside that row you will have the th. Okay, th it stands for the heading. So for each column, suppose you have 5 TD, I will have 5 TH. So for each of the TD, there will be one heading. So you can see title, artist, year, width, height. So by default, we did not use any style here. By default, the browser will make it as a bold. And this is how the page will look like. We already saw that example. Okay. Okay, spanning of rows and columns. Suppose what is a spanning? Certain rows you want to span over, like say, suppose you want to show certain data spanning over certain set of columns. So here we had the height and the width. Instead of having height and width as separate, I want to span this particular header for two columns. How to do that? We use the call span, that is an attribute column span, colspan. So that attribute you can set, it is set as 2, meaning the next two columns span will be taken for this particular header. So th, and it will display the text size, whatever the text you include here, that will be displayed over here, and it spans over two columns. Similarly, for the rows we can have row span, so it will span across the rows. The example is here. These three titles is created by this particular artist. So you don't want to have one option is like you have the name repeated 3 times. Okay. So or other option is you just span this particular TD over 3 rows. So how to do that? You will use the row span. If you closely observe here, the first row that we have, first row, this is the first row is the title, and second row is this one, the second row is this one. There the first TD is given with the attribute row span is equal to 3. So the first TD, this TD will have a row span of 3, and whatever is the text content that will be displayed in that particular TD, and it automatically spills over the 3 rows. And if you see this particular row and this particular row, it has only 2 TDs. You can see only 2 TDs because the first TD will be a span, row span. Example of a table layout. I told you table can also be used as making the layout of your page, how you want to display each thing. This is one example here. They have used table as a layout. So what we can have inside the cell, we can have inside the cell any kind of a text, any kind of alphanumeric, any kind of a image, any kind of a link, whatever you want to display, you can include inside the TD. You can also include the HTML tags inside the cell. So that flexibility gives us to use the table for making the page layout. So this is one example that is given, the page layout. You can see the table starts here. The table starts here and table ends here, and this is the start of the table row. So you can see exactly beneath that, you can see there is only one table row. We have only one row, and inside the table row I have TD, that is the data elements or the cells. This is one TD, this is second TD. There are 2 TDs, means we have a table. Inside that table I have one row, and inside that one row I have 2 cells. Okay, and what is the first cell? If you see, the first cell starts here, ends here. What we have, so this is the we know this img tag is used to insert the image. So this particular image 959.jpg, whatever the image is there, you can see it is included in the first cell. So this image forms the first cell, and the second cell starts here and second cell ends here. If you see inside the second cell, I have a lot of HTML contents are there. I have header to castle. You can see this text castle, that is header 2. Then I have a paragraph 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 paragraph I have. So it says Lewis UK. Then next paragraph, this is first paragraph. This is second paragraph, which says photo by Michelle Brooks, and fourth paragraph is this one. Okay, so all these are displayed here. After that, I have header 3, other images by Michelle Brooks. So that particular text will come here. So other images by Michelle Brook, that particular header is this one. And inside that TD, you can see I have one more table. So that table is nothing but this table. After this paragraph, this header H3, I have a one more table, and we'll see how that table is structured. That table has, this is one TR, this is second TR, means there are 2 rows. You can see this is the first row and this is the second row, and inside the first row I have 2 TDs, means there are 2 cells inside the first row. So inside the first row we have 2 cells. First cell, what it contains, again it contains an image. Okay, and second cell contains another image. So you can see the first image and the second image, and after that the second row, it also contains the 2 images. You can see the 2 images. So this is how you can use the table for making the layout. So any kind of a layout you want to make, you can make out that particular kind of a layout. So here the length, if you see here, this image is up to here, and after that it is blank. Whenever you are using the table like this, whichever data cell has the higher data. So you can see here the second cell has a higher data, so it will span more. So if this images, if you are not made it to fit to that particular cell, if it you are by default, it will show the actual size, it will show the actual size, and the rest of the content of that cell would be blank. So you can use how you want to represent, whether you want to stretch it, okay, whether you want to stretch across the whole cell, or you just want to put the original image. So these things will happen when there is a mismatch in the contents of the two cells. So this particular example I have not coded because I couldn't find all these images, but I will give it as an assignment. You can try it out. Use for, you need not follow this particular example. You can follow anything similar where you use the table as making the layout, how your page looks like. So we'll see today additional table tags. What are the additional table tags? You can give a caption. And what is a caption? A title for the table is good for accessibility. So you want to show the table, and on the top you will put a caption. What is that table is for? And next one is we can have columns and column groups. These describe our columns and can be used in used to aid in styling. So this caption, particular caption, you can see here we have table element starting here, table element ending here. I have the caption tag here. The caption is the, like, inside the angle bracket we will have the word caption, and we will have the closing caption element. Inside that, whatever the title you want, whatever the title you want to give it for that table, you can give it. Here it says 19th century French paintings, so that is the caption given for that particular table. After that, you can see here we have the column. This COL one is the column tag, and second one is the column group. First one, how many columns we have? We have 3 columns. If you see, for the first column, we have said class is equal to artist name. Okay, and for next 2 columns, I have grouped using a column group, and I have given a ID painting columns. So ID is painting columns. Inside that, I have the second and the third column. We made it as a group. So what is the advantage of doing like this? Suppose you want to have a different styling, okay, different styling for different columns, you can use this. So for the first column, what kind of a selector you are using? You are using a class selector. So if you have defined your style inside this particular class, how do you do that? Inside the head, you will say dot artist name, and then you will specify what is the style. That particular style will be applied to the first column. Second and third, we are using the ID. Okay, so you will create a ID. ID would be created as hash painting columns, that is the name, and inside the curly braces you will specify the what the style. So you can provide that particular styles to the second and third column, and whatever is specified in the class artist name selector, it will be applied on the first column. And also there are additional table tags called as a T head, T foot, and T body. Inside the HTML document, you have already seen there is a head, okay, there is a body, there is a foot. It is exactly similar to that, but it is only used inside the table. So inside the table, I can have a table head, so T head. I can have table foot, means a footer, and also I can have a T body. So T head, what it specifies is the normally the header or the title row, and the foot will represent the summary. Suppose if your table has some kind of a summary, and you want to show the summary values, that can go in the footer. And the T body is the rest of the data. What you are showing is the that will go as a T body. And what is the advantage of having these things separate? You can, instead of specifying the property or the style for the table, you can have a different property for the head, different property for the foot, and different property for the body. Property, what I meant by the style. You can have different style of representation for the table head, table foot, and the table body. Okay, you can see here. This is first I specified all this caption, then columns. Okay, then I have T head. T head will start here, T head will end here, and inside the T head I have a table title. Okay, table heading. TR is the row and TH. So which is exactly like what we had used earlier. Here advantage is you can specify for a T head, you can specify some style. Okay, that will be applied to this. If you specify it for the table, it will be applied to all the elements of the table. If you want to have this particular heading as a different style, you can specify that for this T head. So we will see that example. And next one is the T foot. Okay, inside the T foot I have one row, and there is a column span of 2, and it says total number of paintings. So you can see here, this is the T head and this is the T foot. Irrespective of where you mention the T foot will always come at the end of the table as the last row. So you can see the first text, total number of paintings, it is spanning over first two column, because we have done column span is equal to 2, and in the third column it is showing a TD as 2. So number of paintings, it is total number of paintings 2. So it is kind of a summary. And in the body, so T body, it starts here and ends here. I have two rows, and they have the description of the title, artist, and year for the two paintings. This particular example I have, we will see that. Table 5. Okay, so this is the example for the caption and all those things. I will just load this table 5. I will need one more Google. I'll open the folder table forms, and this is the table5.html. That is the page I have. So you can see here, we will compare with our code. This is how it will look like. This is the title I have. Title will go here. Okay, and style, I'm not using the style. Okay, just I will put it later. As of now I have commented, so this particular HTML page do not have any kind of a style. Now inside the body I have a table. Okay, and I have specified the caption. So caption will go as the as a title for the table. And I have class, these artist name and the paintings are not specified in the style, so it will not have any kind of a impact on how the table is represented. Then you can see T head. This is the artist title year, and T foot, it goes as the last. Okay, here I have total number of paintings as 3. Okay, maybe I have 3 rows. Yes, we have 3 rows, it will go as 3. And column span is equal to 2. So this, whatever the text is here, total number of paintings, it will span over this column and this column. So this is the span, and next TD would be displayed on the third column. And how about the body? Inside the body I have 3 rows, one TR, second TR, and third TR, and respective information. So this is how it is displayed. If you see visually, by adding all this TR and T head, you did not make any usual visual differentiation. Visual differentiation, if I remove all the T head, T foot, and T body, visual representation will remain the same. Why we added all those things? On top of this, I can add the styles for these different things. Okay, just to show, I will include this style is for the table TRTHTD. Okay, I'm saying border, solid, 2PT and a black color. So you can see how it looks like if I put. So just this is at the table level. So you can have similar style for the T head. So right now I have defined it for only table TRTHTD. Similarly, you can define it for the T head. If I do it for the T head, that is applicable only to the title of the table, and if I do it for the T body, it will be applicable only to the body data. If I do it to the T foot, it will be applicable only to the T foot. Okay, I will remove that. That is how it will look like. Now next is this is the example that we just saw. Now, styling of the tables. So, I talked about the styling of the tables. What are the different styling that are available for the table styling? We'll look into that. HTML5, it is left to CSS. However, the legacy support for the deprecated HTML attributes still exists. So, in case of a HTML file, the styling is given to the CSS, and some of the legacy things that are still there. Some of the browsers, they support it, which are deprecated. So first one is the width and height, for setting the width and height of the cells. So for every cell, so when we say cell, what is that? It is a TD. You can specify how much is the width and how much is the height. Now by default, how it is taking is, now what is the width here? It is whichever is the largest text for this particular. So in this case, all the artists are exactly the same. So you can see the width is this much. In the second data element, you can see this data element width is defined by the highest one. So that is how by default it will take whatever the length of the content, and it will set as a default. Using width and height, you can specify how much width and how much height you want, and if anything is overflowing, you can control however you want to. You want to show it on the next line, or you want to make it invisible. All those things are possible. Second one is the cell spacing, for adding a space between every cell in the table. So if you look here, there is no cell spacing, or whatever is a default. If you want to have a more cell spacing, let us say, I will put the table style so that you will understand what I mean by cell spacing. Okay, so you can see like this is the one cell and this is the next cell. By default, it is giving some spacing. If you want to specify, if you want to have more, or you don't want to have any kind of a cell spacing, then you can use the cell spacing, okay, between two cells. Then cell padding. What is cell padding? If you see here in this particular, there is no space between the content and the border, so there is no padding. If you want to specify some kind of a padding, okay, for adding space between the content of the cell and its border, you can set the cell padding property. So what it will do is, it will provide a a space between this content and the border. So if you say 10 pt, so it will give a 10 pt this side, 10 pt on the right, top and the bottom, and it will display the content. So the content will be away from on all the sides, 10 pt apart. Then background color, BG color is the property. You can set any color that you want that particular table element. So BG color, you can specify the color as a text, okay, red, white, blue, whatever, or you can use the hexadecimal specification. Then background, suppose you want to have any kind of a image for that table element, you can have the background image using the background property. Then align, So as it says, align is like whether you want to left align, right align. So whatever the alignment you want to specify, you can specify. Align for indicating the alignment of a table in relation to the surrounding container. So you can see this is the example. We have a table and a border is specified. So border colon solid 1 pt black. So you can see this is the actual table and it has given with a border. So in our example, I will show. Okay. Right now I have given border for every element. Let us say I don't want to give it for every element. Just I will specify for the table. So this is exactly what is written in that particular PPT. So table and border solid 1 pt black. So solid 2 pt so that it is clearly visible and black, and we'll see how it looks like. I will reload. So you can see there is a border, whatever the color, whatever the size you have specified, and whatever the style of the line you have specified, that will be displayed. And next we have a border, okay, solid 1 pt black, and also for td, that is the data element, td same style is there, border solid 1 pt black. So what we will do is we will just say instead of writing once again, we can use the group selectors comma td. I will save it. I have saved that particular thing. Now you can see td is having the border and table is having the border. And now, as of now, you are seeing there are double lines, right? It doesn't give a clear, it looks like a table, but it doesn't give a clear visual representation of the table. Suppose because there are like multiple lines, if you want to collapse that, we have a property called border hyphen collapse, and we can say a collapse. So if we specify this, then what all the borders will be collapsed. Okay, what we can do is we will say inside here border hyphen collapse and properties collapse semicolon, and we'll save that. You can see all the wherever there was a different borders that were coming, everything is collapsed into one border. So you can visually you can see like this. Okay. So other things, okay, here they have specified the padding. So rest of the things is same. They are working on the same example. Earlier we given the border for the table, then we give the border for the particular cell, and then we collapsed. So this is how it is looking like. Now for each of this text, okay, how it is you are seeing each of this text, you want to give some kind of a padding. If you want to give some kind of a padding, you can say padding colon 10 pt. So you will say some amount of padding you want to give. You will say padding. Okay. So here it is given for both table as well as I did not separate it. Just if you want to have it for just the TD, you can do that. So I have given padding. Now you can see the padding is applied. Now there is a 10 pt padding all around the content. So each of this data element, and there is a 10 pt padding that is given. And border, this is a border spacing. So if I include this particular property, there would be a spacing between the borders. Border hyphen spacing, I will specify that border hyphen spacing, and I will say this as 10 pt as well. Since we have that collapse, can see there is some kind of a spacing. So when you are using contradicting, you are saying collapse, as also you are saying you want to have a spacing. So that is a contradiction. So whichever has the highest priority, that will be applied. Okay, that is the. So there are more styling things like font size. You can specify what should be the font size. Font family, you are already aware of the font family. So you will get given a set of fonts. So whichever is available, that font will be applied. Border collapse, we already saw what it will do. It will collapse the borders. And we saw the border as a one single property. Also, to access the each of the borders, top, left, right, and bottom, we can have border hyphen top. On the just on the top, you want to specify a certain property, or on the bottom you want to specify certain property. You can use the border hyphen top and border hyphen bottom, and you can specify whichever style you want. And text align, it is a left. So we want to align the all the text that is available in the table, it should be aligned to the left. And for the caption itself, we can provide a style. So I will show you the example. Okay, this is the example. So here, okay, this is the second one. We already looked into this. Okay, this is the example. Inside for the table, I have specified the font size and whatever is there, font family, border collapse, okay, border top, border bottom, text align, everything is there. So this particular thing, this is applicable, and rest of the things are commented. So if you see here, all these things are commented. This is as good as, we'll just remove that so that it doesn't cause any confusion. So first is the, just for the table I have specified, and I will say this is a table 7.html. I will load that particular page. So this is 7. Okay, this is how it will look like. We will just analyze, compare how it is looking. Okay, what it has been specified is the font size. So it is saying 0.8 em. So you already in last few classes we saw this is a relative size. 0.8 em means whatever is the parent size, it is 0.8 times or 80% of the parent size. And nowhere we have specified the what is the size of the parent. By default it is 16. Okay, so it will be 0.8 times 16. That would be the font size. For just so that you will see the difference, I will increase it to 2 so that you can see visual difference. I made it as 2 em, so the font would be bigger, and I will refresh so you can see. Okay, that is the font size of the whatever you are displaying inside. I will make it as just 1.2. That is the first property. And font family, it will use whichever is available. If Arial is available, it will show the font in Arial. If it is not, next one. If it is not there, then next one. And border collapse is true. I have said the border collapse is true. Border top. So on the top border, so this is the this particular table has border on the 4 sides. For the top one, that is border hyphen top, I want 5 pixel thickness solid line, which is in yellow color. So you can see here, which is displayed in the yellow color. And border, we have 1 pixel solid white. Okay, white, because background, main page background is white, so you will not be able to see that. I will just say silver. We'll change that color. So you can see there is a thin line, or I will just increase it to 3px. So on the top we have yellow line, and at the bottom we have the silver color line. Now adding more properties. Okay. Uh, okay, you can see here we have, next we will take is the caption. What I have done is, like already we had a table. For table you saw the changes. Now we will see the caption. For the caption, how it should be shown. Right now, whatever for caption we did not had any style. It is showing the default one. Whatever is the default, it is showing like that. Now for caption, I will specify what should be the style. You can see here, font weight is bold. I want this so top, right, bottom, left. So the padding would be 0.25. Okay. Top, and 0 on the right, and 0.25 bottom, and 0 left. So there is a padding provided on similar to whatever is specified here. Text align left. Okay, right now you can see it is center aligned. It should be left aligned. And border hyphen top, 1 pixel solid green. Okay. In its border for the top, I want a solid green line, and text transform uppercase. So everything should be transformed to uppercase. So I will save this and we will refresh. Okay. Now you can see here, whatever the caption style we specified, we said font weight is bold. You can see it is a bold, and padding, it's very difficult to see that. I will leave that. Text align. So text align, it is, okay. I will check on that. It is not. I will check on the text align. And border top, on the border top, there is a 1px solid line which is in green color, and text is transformed to uppercase. Okay. So whatever was the text that was specified, it was converted into a, uppercase. Now, for the T head, if you remember, we use the T head, okay, and for T head TR. So this is the how the styling will be done. Whenever it says the T head, inside there is a TR, it will apply this particular style. So I will uncomment that. Okay, and what we are doing, we are giving some background color, right? So this is represented as a hexadecimal RGB. So this would be RGB. This is R, next is G, and next is B. Background color we are applying for this particular T head and TR. T head TR means this is the first one where we have the title. So I will save this and we will apply. Okay, you can see, so it is getting some kind of a silver color. Okay, if you specify instead of this, if I say silver, which is like a different, little different shade I got. So that is the T head. Now next one is a TH. For the TH, I want to have a padding. Where is TH? Inside the TR, inside the T head, there is a TR, and inside that I have the TH. Okay, I will show you that. I'm just commenting the rest of the code so that we are able to see the only the changes what we are interested in. So TH, where is the TH? I will show you it in the table. So this is the TH. What is TH? The heading, artist title year. So For these things, what we are doing with pH, I have specified some kind of a padding, 0.75 em padding I am specifying. We'll see whether that is applicable. So you can see it has applied the padding. Then for the T body, also I have some kind of a style specified here. Okay. So it starts here T body TR. I have T body TD. Okay. T body TR means what? It will apply to all the rows, and T body TD, which will apply to the data cells. So I will apply both together. And what we are doing for the T body, we are giving some kind of a background color and border, one px solid white, will change that white, and also we are specifying the color. So I will just save this. So you can see there is a white line separating them, and this is the color that is given by the hexadecimal style. And also we have specified for all the TDs padding. So all these TD, whatever the content, there is some kind of a padding 0.75 times the parent. So that is how you can apply. So similarly, foot I did not include. For T foot also, you want to have some kind of a style, you can have a different kind of a style, and that particular T foot, whatever the style you have specified, that will be applied to this last row. Okay. So these are the things, like whatever I showed you, that is what is covered here. Table, this is for the specification for the table. Caption, you want to give the styling for the caption. T head and TH. So for the header, you have specified the style. So it is background, some kind of a color, silver color, and padding. Okay. So it has given that background color and as well as the padding. And for the T body, so you can see a T body, certain background is applied, border bottom is white. So you can see a very thin white line here. So for every row, there is a thin white line here. That is the, which gives a look of separating the each rows. Okay, that line is there. And T body padding, we have provided the padding. Next one is the T body hover. That is the property we can set, and also TR nth child odd. Okay, so we will see these two things with the example. Hover means whenever I'm moving the cursor, when I'm going over that particular row, so it is inside T body TR and hover. Whenever I am hovering, it will give me a background color, and whichever color we set, that will be shown. And similarly, in case of this is a zebra pattern, right? We will have alternate colors for the rows. We can do that using the nth child. Either I can say odd rows or even rows, and background color would be white. I have the example for that. Okay. By default, this is the okay. Before applying the hover and nth child, I will just comment this part. So this is the content is same. I did not go through the content because I did not change the content. The content is exactly the same. There is no change when I'm going from one HTML page to another HTML. The content is same. Only the styles are different with respect to the table properties. Now here by default, I will show this is the table and this is the style that is applied to the table. We will first load that table and we will see how it looks like. It is table 8. The next example is basic table 8.html. Okay, this is the basic structure. Okay, how it is looking. We have on the top of the table there is a yellow border. Whatever is specified in the table, that is what is being applied there. We'll just compare whether it is right or not. Size is 0.8 em. I will make it as 1.2 because I'm not sure if you are able to see it clearly. I will reload. I loaded the page again. I have font size and font family. Border should collapse. Border top solid 5 pixel yellow line. This is the yellow line, and border bottom solid white. So you will not be able to see white. You can say it as green. So there is a one green thin green line you got. I will make it as 3 pixel so that it is visible for you. There is a green line at the bottom, and text align, everything is aligned to left. Background color silver. The overall color of the table background color is the silver color. Now we will introduce this hover. Okay, so I will introduce this property. What is that property? T body. So inside the T body, I have the rows TR. So it will apply this style whenever we are hovering. It will change the color. So I have saved this and I will reload the page. Now, whenever I come to the content, so you can see the content, the color will change as I move the cursor. So it will not apply to the head. This is the T head and this is the T foot. It will not apply to that particular things. It will apply to only T body. Why it is so? Because you are saying T body space TR. Okay. Whenever it finds the TR inside the T body, okay, descendant, it will apply this property. So it will you can see that is the hover. And the next property is nth child. So you can have alternate colors, nth child, and it says odd background color white. If I apply this, what will happen is every odd row, okay, TR is a row inside the T body, every odd row will have a white color. Just I will apply that. So you can see. So odd is what? First row 1. This is 2 even. This is odd again white. All the odd rows are shown in white color. Rest is whatever is the background that we have set. And if you want to change it to even, you can do that. And again, this is not applied to T foot or T head. It is only for the T body TR. I made it as a even. Now the second row, because we don't have only 3 rows are there, we'll see that if you want to add one more row, you can do that so that you can see the change. So what I will do is the third row I will just copy as the fourth row. I don't edit that same text. I will put in. I added one more TR and I will reload the page. Now you can see the second and fourth is in the white color. Second and fourth, this property. Okay, and also you have the hover, right? Hover, when you are not able to see on the white because it is changing it to the white, so it is matching the background, that's why you are not seeing that. Okay, that is about the hover and the nth child. That will give you a different kind of a looks. In the next class, we will start with the HTML forms. Very, very important. You are going to use the forms when you are making the web applications. Either it is for your mini project or for your final year project. Forms are very important. This is the means by which you transfer the data or you send the data to the server for processing, and the forms are the only way where you can submit the data. For example, like there could be simple forms. Google, like it has only one text box. You give some search command and there is one button you press and it displays. That's a very simple form. Or there could be a very complex form, for example, like a TCS registration you tried, or any other registration. There will be lot of fields, so that is a complex kind of a forms. So those things we will see in the next class.